y'all, quick video here. Filling up the water tanks. As a matter of fact, dumping them and cleaning them out. Been a little while since I've done this. Just with time and everything like that, it's hard to keep everything done and fresh and clean and all that good stuff. But comes a point when it needs to be done. So it takes a while. This tank here is 100 gallons, and I think the other tank there is 250. I know it's bigger. It may have it wrote on there, but anyway, getting to spring and summer, everything's getting warmer, and the tanks tend to grow more algae and everything, so it's about time to start adding a little bit of bleach in the water to help keep it out and all of that. Waiting on the grass to grow. Still feeding hay. As a matter of fact, I'm out of round bales. I got some squares left, and I'm going to end up having to get some from a buddy of mine up the road here. And I've got the cows out there on the first lot just because they're, getting to the point now they're dying to get on that green grass and, wants to push the boundaries a bit to do it. So I don't really want them on it right now. I want it to grow some more to try to help with overgrazing, but just not going to have that opportunity at the moment. So I've still got the bigger lot down there saved. Hopefully it'll grow. Hopefully all that overseed that I mixed in there will grow and do good and get established and everything, and it'll definitely help their forage, having some diversity in there. But you know how it goes. But anyway, we are planning to get rid of our Angus bull and the Angus cow we have. We'll still have the 2 steers out there until slaughter time for them. But we're looking to go full Dexter here now. A buddy of mine still has this Holstein steer over here and the Jersey cow right there. But as for us, our personal stuff, we're going to go the Dexter route. I just tend to like them better myself. They seem a lot better mannered than the Angus. I mean, even the Angus cow is a lot more aggressive than the Dexter cow is. We found a bull not too far from here, so we're probably going to end up getting that. And I bet my phone's going to fall because it's just sitting on the edge of the barbed wire right there. But anyway, he's 7 years old. He's a red color, really pretty. He was a registered bull. These people said when they got him, they didn't transfer it over for whatever reason, but they think they still have the paperwork to him, so we'll be able to register him, which is not a deal breaker for me, but if they can be registered, I'd rather for them to be. Just makes them worth a little more and everything like that. And we're probably going to get another cow from the same people that we got this Dexter cow they have another one that is still for sale, and probably will go ahead and do that. Also, we want to get away from the Angus and move to the Dexter for the fact of, number one, they're a little smaller, so they're easier to deal with. They also eat a little bit less than the Angus do, which is always a good thing when you're talking about animals like this. And also the fact that we can milk them. Hard to find a level spot in a cow pasture, that's for sure. Looks like to me that we could probably lose up to probably 20 gallons or so just from being uneven of what it would hold. But yeah, and the cow I'm talking about getting from the same people, she is registered and everything. Well, will be registered. They've sent the paperwork off and waiting on that to come back and everything. But I think that would be good for us. It would help out on the grazing and hay feeding. And like I said, the little bit of the meat that I tried, I did like it a whole lot better than the Angus. And being able to milk them too is going to be cool. We so far really enjoying the goat milk, and that was a good thing. We're getting another goat, milk goat, but made the deal with them, messaging Facebook and stuff, and yeah, we'll take them, and they were going to bring them out to us Thursday evening after 5, and settle the price, and everything was done. Then they texted me yesterday and like, well, I think we're going to keep it now, but we have this other one that we'll sell. And it's like, nah, never mind. Just for the simple fact of principle. If you ain't good as your word and you're going to break your word one time like that, after the deal's already made, I'm not going to deal with you. I mean, it would be nice to have another milk goat, but we can find one somewhere else. We don't have to deal with that crap. I was always taught, old-fashioned values, but I was always taught from a young age that if you ain't good as your word, then you ain't worth nothing. And I believe that. I try to come through with that at any time that I, go out of my way to keep my word, more or less. And, yeah, I just don't want to deal with that. So we'll keep looking. I'd like to have at least 2 milk goats where you can have one milking all the time. And then we'd be able to milk these Dexters too. And I think it's going to be a good thing. I really enjoy having our own meat and our own dairy stuff because, I'm no scientist, I'm no doctor, I'm no great researcher, or nothing like that. But I believe that the pure meat off of an animal and the pure milk out of an animal and the pure stuff you grow out of the garden that you plant and you go harvest with no chemical pesticides and all these things on it. I believe if you eat and consume these food things the way that God designed them, that it's a whole lot more healthier than what man has tempered with. Again, I'm no expert or no scientist or nothing like that, but that is my belief. I do know that if I drink pasteurized milk at the store, it'll mess my stomach up, and I won't drink it anyway because it just tastes nasty. I ain't got no use for it at all. It's watered down, and they take all of the good nutrients, all the good bacteria out of it. That's why milk has the good bacteria in it, is it's good for you. And you'll get, let's see, what was it? A while back when I had that chicken pox and strep throat, they gave me a medicine, antibiotic. I can't remember now what kind it was, but they told me to, eat yogurt to, put the good bacteria back in that the antibiotic takes out. So I think just drinking pure milk would help with the bacteria and the good bacteria in your body. Just checking around because I heard a few sticks break, and I want to see the bull before he sees me, if that's him moseying over here. But this stuff is good for you. A lot of things like that, they'll take the good bacteria and the good vitamins and things like that out of it, of whatever you're eating and drinking, and then you have to turn around and go to a secondary source to put those things back in, like all the vitamins and supplements and things like that they make, different medicines and stuff like that. I don't know a whole lot about the, natural medicines and cures and, herbal things and stuff like that. That's something that we need to learn and get more in and, figure out. But, God has designed it for people to live, and people have lived all these thousands of years off of natural stuff. And that's what I want to get back to. Again, you have a lot of people that say they're patriots or whatever you want to call it, that wants to take the country back and do all these things. You know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, I was just here a little while ago and listening to A American's video he put out about fake patriots and how so many keyboard warriors are calling everybody out and saying that all these things won't work, and the only way to take the country back is with guns and civil war and all that. And that might come that point, but I've been saying it for a while. A whole lot of other YouTubers that I watch, like him and Zombie Farmer and Prepper Nation and stuff like that. I think we're all pretty like-minded on this, and it's like, where are you at? Why ain't you leading the charge? If that's what you feel that needs to be done, the only way that it can be done is going there and doing it. But they don't do that. Most of them, they don't have a channel. They don't even have a real screen name. It's like, I don't even know if there's one out there, but if it is, then I apologize. I'm probably not talking about you, but anyway, they'll have something like Freedom Fighter, this and that, and different numbers and stuff like that, and they'll have a fake profile picture. It'll either be nothing, that little black and white face picture thing, or they'll have a American flag upside down, or something like that, and talk about doing all these things, and they don't even put their face out there. Which there's some channels, that don't do that, and they don't choose to do that, and that's fine. I'm not knocking against that. But I'm saying all these big wannabe leaders and revolutionaries and calling for doing all these things, they need to put their money where their mouth is a saying around here. Proof's in the pudding. Again, man's good as word, right? But, yeah. And I say all that to come back to this. I believe this right here is the beginning stage, the beginning way that you start fighting back, is raising your own food, getting back to the land, cutting out as much of the government dependence as humanly possible. That's what we want to do. Even if you want to go right here and do all this Civil War stuff and take the country back, how are you going to fund it? Who's going to fund it? Who's going to feed you? You can't fight on an empty stomach. Just the way it is. And people will say, well, we'll just come take whatever, and come in, and marauders come in and take everything you got off the farm, kill you and stuff like that. Well, that might be so, but 99% of the farmers and homesteaders I know has got guns too and will use them. You might get it, but it might not be as easy as you think it is. Not only that, the food that's put away in the cabinet will do you some good, but the animals and the garden and all these tools won't do you any good, because the people that are talking about doing that kind of stuff is too darn dumb to do it anyway. Even if you handed them the farm, they couldn't do anything with it because they don't even know where to start. Because the only thing they do is play on the internet, stir up a bunch of crap, and cry to mama. But yeah. Anyway, just kind of all over the place. They're here feeding, watering, taking care of the animals. Sure is peaceful. They're here on the farm is my happy place. I don't care that it's hard work. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy building something. You can see all this stuff. You can see the progress. If you go back into the old videos there and kind of see how we didn't have, that much going on, what we built to right now, it's been quite a bit. Right now, everything's just so busy, and kids softball, we're going to have hay coming up and everything like that. But I'd like to take a day when I got time and everything to do another farm tour, kind of take you around everything, show you all the animals and the fence and everything like that. I've had a little help doing things around here, a lot of help doing different things like slaughtering and, herding animals and stuff like that. But the majority of it that I've done, just about every fence post here has been driven by me. All of the fence has been run by me. Every staple is drove in a post, every wire clip, the whole 9 yards. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy seeing the animals. Like I said, I don't really want them out there right now, but seeing them cows out there on that green grass is something I've been looking forward to ever since last year when the fall come and we had to shut them off. I love spring and summertime when everything's pretty and green and growing and there's life everywhere. I love the warm weather, all the vitamin D that you get from the sun. It's good for you. Hard work is good for you. You want to know why you never seen any obese people, which I'm sure was a couple maybe, but majority of people were in decent shape back in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and maybe the 60s and stuff. It's because everybody worked. Everybody done manual labor. There wasn't these office cushion, pencil pushing jobs. People had to work. If you didn't work, you didn't eat. Especially out in the rural places, which is all I can speak to, because thank God I ain't ever been in a big city. But if you didn't raise your food, raise your garden, raise your animals and stuff, you didn't eat. I know some people have accident or just born physically disabled, and they absolutely cannot work. And I'm fine with taking care of people like that. But we need to cut out this deadbeat welfare that is going on in the country. It's breaking the country just because people don't want to work. And I'll throw that in with all the unemployment that's being paid for able-bodied people that just don't want a job. And most of them are using the pandemic as an excuse. I know at one time back when it was going on and everything like that, as y'all know, I work in the logging for a small family company. You know, I was joking with them. I told them, I said, I'd be better off if you lay me off, let me draw that unemployment plus that extra $600 that people got right off the top, regardless of whatever else you got, and I'll just come in and work for free. And that's sad that the country got to that point, but that's the honest truth. People would go from making $400 or $500 a week working to making $1,000 sitting at home hiding from the superbug. Alright, I got the water tanks filled up. Gotta go throw Belle some food. And I guess I'll just go ahead and wrap this random nighttime rant up. But here's the pigs if you want to see them. This is our new and hopefully improved pig lot over what we had before. If y'all seen any of the videos of that muddy mess, definitely a lot more secure here. Hopefully we can start raising our own. She's supposed to be bred there, and we can probably use him for a bull hog later if we choose to do that. Got a water tank there with the drinker nipple. Much better than the way we was doing with the traditional, water pan, water trough type deal. So anyway, all that being said, stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See ya.